What's up, man? Congratulations on the win. Obviously, you used your forward motion and your jab to negate his height. Was that part of the game plan?
Yes, sir. I just wanted to keep him on his back foot, and I felt like he'd gas out if I can keep him fighting going backwards. I noticed that watching film, he didn't have many counters going back. So I just wanted to stay in his face, keep him active, and really push his cardio.
The finish was interesting, right? Because you hit him, but he kind of just looked to sort of almost want to go down. Do you think he was just so gassed at that point he was looking for a way out, or did you hurt him?
I think he was hurt. I did it my second UFC fight against Braganetto was similar. I hit him with a good right hand, and he was kind of out on his feet, and I just put the finishes and touches on it with another right hand.
Did you say on the broadcast that you have the best jab in MMA?
I believe I have the best jab in the UFC.
So what are the other fighters doing wrong that you're doing right with your jab?
I don't think that other fighters are doing anything wrong. I just think that I probably throw it more. I'd probably just have more numbers. Anybody that watches MMA, you'll see that most guys don't. The jab is underutilized, and I just try to make sure I form my game around my jab so I can have good distancing and everything I need to set up the rest of my punches.
Do you think it's the most underrated punch in MMA?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I mean, I think I showed that tonight. I pretty much touched him at will with it, and even dropped him with one. So it's definitely underrated. With those small gloves, I mean, it's good to be able to touch somebody's chin with a jab. It's the safest punch you can throw. You can still get out of the way of counters and stuff when you throw that. So it's definitely underrated.
So what's next for you? When do we see you? When do you want to get back in there? How soon? How much of a break do you want?
Right now, I'm just go home and enjoy my family. It's always hard for me to be away from my family, especially since I have a little boy right now, and he's just growing super fast, you know. So I'm just taking my time, and whenever my management hits me up and has and about an opponent, we usually just talk it over, and then we take care of it from there.
Any names you'd like to see thrown at you?
Nothing specific. I haven't really I haven't thought too much on that, but I'm game, you know. So we'll see what whose name comes across the contract.
Cool. Congrats, man.
Thanks.
No, you said you want to get back to your kid and your family. How old is your kid?
My boy is 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's going on 2.
Okay, I was going to say, because I know right now, especially with the election that was going on and all this other stuff, I know it's tough for people to be away from their families and be away from their kids, because a lot of times you want to explain the situation to them. So being able to kind of be able to deal with that and keep that whole stuff off to the side, how good does it feel to kind of feel like you're back in the swing of things, getting a good now strong finish on a fight?
It feels great, especially since I didn't get to fight my last fight. You know, we had some complications, so it felt good to come out there and you know, shut up a lot of haters and stuff like that too. You know, anyone who felt like, oh, I was nervous or I was scared or anything like that. I mean, it felt great. I felt like I needed to go out there and earn a little bit of respect.
That's got to be super bugging. That you fight for a living, so for somebody to say that you're scared to go in there has got to be, you know, one of those things that just got to drive you crazy.
Yeah, it bugs me a little bit. It just people are just so people have like short-term memory or something. You know, you can do great things with your career, and then the moment something happens, it's like, oh well, you know, they try to downplay whatever's going on. You know, so a lot of people these days are quick to think the least about you. You know, so. I don't know. It's always good to be able to go out and perform and just to get everybody back to saying, oh, Trevin is this and that, and, you know, get some of the praise back again.
And speaking of that, looking back into your record, it looks like 2017 was the last time that you had a finish. What sort of adjustments and changes did you make? Because for a while there, you were on a streak, you were just crushing people, then you suffered a couple of losses, and then you were able to get the decision against Krause. But what sort of adjustments have you made to really sort of switch the game up, and do you feel that you're firing on another level right now?
No, I didn't really make any crazy adjustments. You know, I just been keeping up with my training, just keep doing what I do. Krause was just good enough to make it out of there, you know, and any guy that's made it out of there, they were just good enough, you know, so I can't take anything from them, you know. So I'll take my hat off to those guys that were able to make it out without getting finished, because I always go in there to get the finish.
And lastly, going into the third round, did you know that he was working his way out? Did you feel that you were close, or did your corner say anything to you that maybe gave you the final bit that you needed to get the finish there?
Oh my corner was saying a lot.
Anything that you could share? Was it clean?
well, you know, I could just hear him barking, you know, on the, you know, outside of the cage. You know, whenever I did something, they're like, "Oh, that hurt," you know, and then I'm looking at them and I'm like, "Yeah, they did hurt," you know. So I could see it. You know, they call it out and I'd see it. But yeah, I knew he was getting tired. I'm sure he didn't expect me to grab him and hang on to him and take him down. And you know, a lot of people don't know that I have some pretty good grappling too. So I think that kind of surprised him, and I knew that he started getting gassed. So when third round came around, I wasn't tired. I saw him slowing down. I saw that he was getting tired, and I knew that I could start throwing more power punches than I was throwing.
Are you going to miss it when you're not able to hear your corner yelling things in the fight once the crowds start coming back? Are you going to miss being able to hear your corner so well?
Yeah, it was. I thought it was pretty cool. I can always hear them. I get pretty focused into the fights, though. You know, so sometimes I can hear them talking, but I'll get so focused to where I don't. It doesn't register. But I'll definitely be glad when the fans come back and everything. It's kind of cool to fight without the fans right now, just because it kind of feels like just hard sparring or something out there, you know, kind of like a grudge match or something like that, you know. So it's kind of cool, and I feel like for some reason I feel like it makes you fight a little bit harder. I don't know, but I do miss the fans and being able to feel that energy.
Congrats on the win.
Thank you.